So congratulations in advance to a lot of you guys. So back in 2018, when I won this award, of course I went back home proud, humbled, everything. But one thing I didn't know that time, of course there are so many awards which happen in the industry, but this is one special award which is going to stay with you in your signature, in your mind throughout your life. So just let's have a big round of applause for each one of you who have been shortlisted, who are going to be winning today, because this is a tag you're going to carry all your life. So I'm going to be speaking about a category today, which when 2018, when we were, when I had won this, that category wasn't as big as it is today. This category today is about 220 billion in terms of the audience size. By 2030, this category is going to become 75% of mass consumption in India. The audience which I'm going to be talking about are going to be 75% of the audience of the consuming category in India. It's going to be a 1.3 trillion in terms of size as a category. The category I'm speaking about is Gen Z, right? Now, think of it, right? The way Gen Z buys, the way Gen Z consumes is completely different. How many of you have heard of a Finsta account, a Sinsta account? Traditional marketers, millennial marketers, I'm sure 7 out of 10 marketers wouldn't have heard of a Finsta account. Right? Finsta account, for those who don't know, is a fake Instagram account which Gen Z uses to stalk on people. Right? Now, marketers don't know about it. Right? So there are so many of such things. I'm going to be narrating an incident. Again, let me tangent a bit. One thing which I used to hate in awards is people like me distracting and delaying awards. I'm going to make it super, super quick. Right? So I remember I'd visited this Gen Z first event called as All You Can Street. I've narrated the story a couple of times before. So, I went to this particular event. It was like a big event. How many of you have seen All You Can Street at Geo? Raise of hands. Yes, quite some of you. So this event, right, full of Gen Z audience, right? I probably was very few millennials over there. I probably would have been the only person in jeans in that whole entire event. I went to this store. There were a lot of stores which were selling, various clothes, whatever, tracks, pants, and everything. Went to this store. I liked the design, and I was like, boss, can I have a medium size in this one? And the whole store paused, and they kept, everyone started looking at me. Like, yaar, medium size manga hai. Medium is what I wear. Why are you looking at me? And that is when I realized Gen Z does not like to buy with a size in mind. Now think of it. They believe, how can a globally accepted size define the way they consume? If they like a design, they're going to be buying it. Right now that as an insight, completely blew me over. Think of a traditional marketer selling a denim brand, selling a suiting brand and all. Will they ever think of this insight? Right? So this is a category which is completely, redefining the way consumption happens. And if this category is going to be 75% of consumption by 2030, people need to start thinking Gen Z. Now, why am I telling Gen Z to Gen Z today? Because now, after tonight, you guys are going to be a lot more impactful in what you're going to do in your roles, correct? If you're running an agency, if you're working in an agency, if you're working in a brand, you guys are going to be so much more impactful. So start thinking Gen Z first. Start nudging a lot of CMOs to think Gen Z first. And most importantly, start proactively taking a lot of Gen Z first initiatives in life. Because boss, agar 5 saal, 7 saal baad, ye category is going to be 75% of consumption. And aapne usme kafi proactive initiatives liye hai. So it's going to be gold on your resume. So that's my one word of advice. All the very best and congratulations in advance. Thank you.